Another good risk, and I want to kind of sit on this one for a little while, is investing in the stock market over the long term. Now, we know there's risk inherent to the stock market, right? We know there's risk. And sometimes people, a lot of times actually, people put more risk along with the stock market than it is due, right? They assume that the stock market is something that you can either make a lot of money or lose a lot of money. And that's not the long-term story. Now, that is the short-term story. The short-term story of most assets are that you could make a lot of money or lose a lot of money in the short term. But over the long term, the United States stock market has produced superb returns for investors. And the long-term trajectory, it is no surprise, the long-term trajectory, if you put a trend line, is up and to the right, right? The long-term trajectory is upward. And so that's what we need to know. And that's why I've talked about when you invest, that you don't need to be investing for less than 5 years, because we are looking for long-term returns. We are trying to take good risks over the long term. And a good risk would be to invest our money over the long term in the United States stock market, in things like the S&P 500, in things like the Russell 2000, Russell 3000, those broad market indexes that will provide really, really good returns. Now, how does this protect our finances? Because I said we are talking about ways this week that we can protect our finances. Well, putting your money into something that is going to grow over the long term is going to help you to live the financial life that you've always wanted to live. So it is going to protect your financial dreams. It is going to protect your ability to do the things that you want to do in the future. And on a more just direct note, what does it protect? It protects you against inflation. It protects you against the value of your money going down over time. Because if you just put your money into a bank account, you can save as much as you want to save over time, but that money is going to get eaten away at, the value of it, by inflation. Well, if you invest in the United States stock market, you are going to make a premium over inflation. And so you are going to have the ability to keep up and beat inflation over the long term, thus protecting your money from losing its value over time. And it can help you to protect the dreams that you have financially for yourself over the long term. And it's a similar way with purchasing a home, right? I talked about purchasing a home, taking out a mortgage as a good risk that you could take. Well, this is a good risk, and it can help you to protect your finances, because think about this. Buying a home helps to create some stability in your housing situation, right? Yes, everything is up to you. And so you have to pay for things that break. And, if there's a storm, you have to get the roof fixed and all this type of stuff. But on the other hand, everything is up to you. It is within your control. It is your asset to manage, which is a fantastic thing. So it provides some protection against uncertainty there. But something else that owning a home is going to do for you, and that is going to protect for you, it is going to protect your ability to reach long-term financial freedom. Because if we can own a home with no debt, then we free up our cash flow, right? We free up cash flow, and we have the ability to save and invest and become millionaires and live our financial dreams even faster. So it has that ability to protect you from uncertainty and protect your long-term dreams in the same way that investing for the future does. And these things are things that you have to be doing. Again, these are all part of the financial action plan. You will find them there. You will not get lost in the financial action plan without looking and seeing, okay, we need to invest and we need to pay off our home. We need to own a home in the first place, right? And so these things will help you to protect your long-term dreams. And that's what I want to do. I want to help you to create financial freedom and help you to keep these long-term financial dreams in your view, in your sight, because if you can keep those things in your sight, then it's far more likely that you will reach them over the long term. But both of these things do require some risk, and so that is very important to keep in mind as well.